Hello and welcome to Project Mackerel. Today I would like to define something for you. The name, Daniel. This is a difficult name to define because it defies many boundaries of human perception, let alone various languages. One of the closest translations that experts give is God, or many other variations of that general idea. That's a general translation or definition. I'd like to point out a few other things. Despite the fact that various names have been pinned to Daniel, it seems that not all of them, not even that of God, can even withstand the magnitude of Daniel. The reason this is because the name continues to elude even the brightest of human minds. Daniel is so powerful it defies all laws of this or any other universe. Recent studies have shown that people who have attempted to comprehend this name have either disappeared, died spontaneously, or driven themselves into a permanent state of insanity and or catatonia. One common belief is that Daniel is possibly the grounds on which everything and nothing is based. It seems to surpass the idea of infinity. Quantum physics report that Daniel is everywhere, everything, and nothing. It is, or he is, said to have unexplainable connections with the string and or superstring theories, as Daniel resonates within every single layer of the multidimensional complex and yet still exists beyond that point, which is where scientists have lost the trail. Various theologists and spiritual leaders believe that Daniel is one who is, and they say, the answer. All attempts to understand this idea of Daniel have failed. That is the Project Mackerel news. Okay. Thank you, Daniel, for giving us that brief definition of Daniel. Now I will get on to a few points I wanted to make. Carla, your video last week brought up so many things that made me angry. However, I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna talk about them. Depends how long the video goes on anyway, because they've already been pointed out to you many times this week. I think you fully understand now that you are wrong, and instead I might point out a few things that Owen or Adam are wrong about. So, Owen, in case you were wondering, no, in fact, you obviously weren't wondering because you're wrong. I'm going to teach you something that you should have learned a very long time ago. The week starts on Monday, right? Monday, that's the first day of any new week. So when you made the blanket statement, Carla, you were the only one who made a video last week, that was incorrect. I made a video last week. I did make a video last week. So did you. So did Carla. Adam, on the other hand, did not. He made a new intro, not quite a video. You have made a video this week. Now I have made a video this week because the week only started on Monday. So you may well have made a video before me this week, but I did make a video last week. I don't quite understand why that's such a difficult concept for you to grasp. But there, I've spelled it out for you. I hope it helps. Second, long pauses are not funny on video blogs. They're just not. They make me want to switch you off. Please don't do it again. Second, you are a vegetarian? You don't want me to talk about it in my video? You want me to save it for real life? Well, fuck you. You're an imbecile. What the hell? Oh my god. Why? Why would you ask me to save it for real life? It just makes me want to rant at you more on video. I don't care if you've got arguments to throw back at me, because none of them make any sense. You were with me and Adam, taking the piss out of vegetarians for as long as I've known you. Now you're just a hypocrite. It's ridiculous. It won't last anyway. So, it won't last. It won't. You've just gone through this weird kind of mid-teenage crisis for some reason. Just pull yourself together. Seriously. Now, Adam, I agree with you that content of the videos is more important than the intro. We've done this whole intro thing before, twice before. It just goes on for too long. It never gets arranged properly. Nobody can ever agree on anything. I just think we should put it behind us. Owen, don't ever, ever, ever suggest that we talk about funny facts again, because we will just get 8 minutes of Carla going on about rather unfunny facts. Okay? Don't do it again, please. I'm begging you. Okay. I've got a list here, and I don't think I can get away from talking about the doctor thing now. Carla, no, you don't only need pills, but no, you don't know anything about medicine. The doctors, they know the best thing for you. They wouldn't prescribe medicines that you don't need. If you ask them not to give you medicines, they won't give you medicines because they're trained by the government. They're employed by the government who are telling them they're spending too much money. If somebody tells them they don't want drugs, they won't give you drugs. You won't heal yourself. I remember when you did that stupid salt gargling thing and your tonsillitis was back again 2 weeks later. So obviously it didn't work, and obviously you did need antibiotics. And all of you talking about immunity. All of you talking about immunity. You don't develop immunity to paracetamol, okay? You don't develop immunity to any drug that you take. Now, you can have an immunity to a drug, but it's called an allergy, right? What you can develop is a tolerance. It doesn't mean that the drug isn't working anymore. It's still working, you just don't feel the effects, which means you have to take more, you have to take them more often, or you have to take a more powerful drug. If it's paracetamol you've become tolerant to, which it takes a lot to get tolerant to, it doesn't just happen like after a few days of taking paracetamol for a cold, okay? It doesn't happen like that. You have to be taking a lot of the fucking things to become tolerant to them, right? With opiate drugs, you can become dependent on them. This is otherwise known as addicted to them. That's a whole different concept, and it's not the kind of thing that any regular person would come across. Doctors don't exaggerate. Neither do patients, okay? Doctors are trained to understand when patients are making more of an illness. Patients go to the doctors when they have colds and flu because it's the best thing for them. If patients didn't go to the doctor when they had cold and flu, it would put off the whole epidemiology of the country. There are scientists out there that keep track of every cold and flu case that goes through GPs, and it helps them develop vaccines. No, we don't have a vaccine for the common cold quite yet, and we probably never will. But the flu, there are vaccines for this, and it changes every year. And it changes due to the fact that people go to the doctor when they have the flu. You need to go to the doctor when you are ill. Now, that might make me sound like a hypocrite because I've had a really bad cold recently and I haven't been. But I just hate going to the doctor. Now, doctors have been known to overprescribe antibiotics. They tend to give them out quite a lot, but they do because they think they need to. The reason that viruses and bacteria that are resistant to drugs have come about is because people who are given antibiotics don't finish their course or don't take them properly and regularly. Also, people like you, Carla, who are given antibiotics and then stop taking them after they feel better, that doesn't help, and that is one of the main causes that lead to bacteria like staph becoming resistant and developing into MRSA, which kills hundreds of people every year. So, next time I ask a question about doctors, make sure you understand what you're talking about, all of you. Make sure you maybe do like 30 seconds of research just to make sure you know what you're talking about. Seriously. Anyway, topic for next week. Concert tickets, right? How much are you willing to pay? I had a discussion with Adam about paying for tickets next year for Reading, and £260 is a ridiculous fucking amount of money for any band. £40 I've paid before. I've paid £60, but that was a completely different type of concert. Talk about concerts that you've been to, maybe. Talk about what you would do if you had tickets to a concert that you couldn't go to or didn't know if you could go to. I don't know. The topic is concerts and concert tickets. Yeah, please don't try and make me so irritated next week, Connor.